Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. That's Talk About Tuesday. We got a lot of talk about here on Tuesday. We are opening the Blue Wire studio. We have unbelievable guests coming out, Michael Phelps being one of them. We have a meetup at 2 p.m. today at the Blue Wire studio, right off of the lobby at the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas at 2 p.m. Pacific time. It is amazing, and we are so excited to be partnered with Blue Wire and watch the Playbook Sports and Entertainment. If you want to download that everywhere, david@dmeltzer.com. Christina, Isabel, Keaton, Jake. Good morning, everyone. Mikey, Colleen. Very good. Jesse, great to see you as well. We're here. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. All right, the questions are coming in. What are we starting with? Talk About Tuesday. Thoughts on last night's football game. First of all, the AFC West is the toughest division. So looks like they all won their first game. Those are all good wins by all of the division in the AFC West. So my thoughts are look out for the AFC West, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, and of course, the number one seed, Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. Talk About Tuesday, talk about the best teams in football. Then you got to talk about the AFC West because I'm pretty impressed. How can people, oh, by the way, the stadium's amazing. How can people get updates on your meetups? You can get updates on the meetups through community. My text number is below here, 949-298-2905. Watch IG or look out for any other types of posts. But we will do a meetup today in Las Vegas, 2 p.m. at the Wynn Hotel in front of the Blue Wire studio, right off of the lobby. Check it out. It's right by the drugstore there in the lobby. You can meet us at 2 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be signing books, sending them to you. Thank you so much. When to get a LLC? First of all, you also want to know where to get your LLC. There's multiple venues. Delaware, Montana are some very favorable venues. But you should create an LLC when you have assets to protect and you want to open a bank account. So that'd be the best time to open an LLC. If you want further details, please just let me know. And there's a easy way to get your LLC updated as well. How do you know if you're an intrapreneur? Well, an intrapreneur is a great opportunity today because so many companies are allowing you to have the freedoms of an entrepreneur with the security of an intrapreneur. And so you don't have to risk everything you have. You get a nice salary, commissions, bonuses, equity, expense account, freedom of living at home, freedom of hours. It's just amazing opportunity to be an intrapreneur. And if you want to, look into opportunities in industries, careers, and jobs, there's a talent shortage. So it's a great time to be an intrapreneur and really understand not everybody's made out to be an entrepreneur, and you can have a lot of the freedoms with a lot more security being an intrapreneur than an entrepreneur. What changed your life? My wife changed my life. And, understanding, taking stock in who I was, creating my values in the 5 daily practices, which I'll be happy to send to you, to know my what, my who, my how, my now, and applying my why with gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and effective communication, to live inspired, in spirit, knowing that the almighty, all-knowing, all-powerful feels the same about me that I feel about my children. Which brings great faith into my life. But my wife was the catalyst to change my life. What's the difference between open and closed-ended questions? An open-ended question is what I utilize to determine if someone has an open mind. An open-ended question allows someone to answer freely and is basically not a lead-in to a yes or no question. So, for example, how are you? I'm doing great, blah, 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 blah. What do you think about this? What do you like about this? What don't you like about this? Blah, 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 blah. Or, do you like shrimp? Yes or no? That's a very, very closed-ended question. So open-minded questions come from open-ended questions. Closed minds will answer an open-ended question very closed. So if I say, how are you today? Fine. That's an indicator that there's a closed mind. How are you today? Oh my goodness, you're not going to believe what happened to me. I'm doing terrific, blah, 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 blah. You got an open mind. Now you can determine if they're a sponsor or a power sponsor of yours, meaning will they be willing to help you themselves as a power sponsor, or do they know someone that can help you as a sponsor? All of these are great things to utilize. I have an open-ended question guide. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I can teach you how to use open-ended questions to find out if people are open-minded, get to and be able to figure out how you can be of service or value to them, and set yourself up to ask them, do you know anyone that can help me? All of these are great things to do. All right, we are at 8:06. James is here. We'll get him going. Mayo, co-founder and CEO of SOS Hydration, and we're going to talk about September is Hydration Month or something. Is it National Family Hydration Awareness Month?
That it is, David. Thanks very much for having us on your Instagram Live. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, you got to tell me about, in America, Hallmark gets blamed for creating holidays just to sell cards. But there is a national awareness or appreciation for something every day, week, and month. But this is one that's extremely important. Why is hydration, number one, so important? And what are you doing to raise the awareness about it?
Yeah, of course. Well, you're in Vegas, so for a start, it's hot and it's the place of fun, and hydration is definitely needed. But really simply, if you're thirsty, you're 2% dehydrated, and that can lead to a 25% loss in physical or mental performance. So I'm not just talking sport. I'm just thinking going about your daily day. We all enjoy a double coffee macca frappuccino or whatever it is. So coffee could be our poison. There's other things that are poisons as well, so to speak, in a fun way. So this is the yin to the yang of getting everything going. And by taking something like an SOS, which is loaded in electrolytes, it makes you feel better. So why National Hydration Awareness Month? Well, for a start, we're getting towards the end of summer. It's been one of the hottest summers on record. And whether it's hot or whether it's cold, just being hydrated from the start of your day makes you feel so much better, and you can do so much more, and you can have more coffee.
That is awesome. And what's the difference of SOS in the electrolytes or the nutrients? Obviously in America too, we had a lot of sugary hydration drinks that actually were counterproductive in what they were trying to do. A lot of people are talking here about drinking Gatorade, which was the original hydration tool, which, as we found out later, may have not been the best solution. What's the difference between SOS and some of the other solutions out there?
Yeah, well, a few things. One, from the way it's been formulated, I'm a former veteran and pro track athlete, and I actually got pre-diabetic from all the crap that we used to drink, excuse my French. And my wife is a transplant hepatologist at one of the leading hospitals, and she didn't like using oral rehydration solutions. So think the likes of Pedialyte, Liquid IV, and things like that, because they still have too much sugar. And then you've got the Gatorades and so on and so forth that have way too much sugar. So we created a drink that has only 10 calories, 3 grams of sugar per 16 fluid ounces. It comes in ready to drink format or in simple, easy sticks to carry. And we've also launched a kids version with Paw Patrol because I'm so fed up of the kids' juices. So not only does it have low sugar, it also has the correct complement of electrolytes for your day. And just in short, just on an average day, we lose between 500 and 700 milligrams of sodium per hour of exercise, but then in a day around about that. So we've balanced the electrolyte concentration to help you with your day or with activity. And then the second one is because of the world we're living in at the moment, not particularly great for certain viruses. We also added magnesium, we added zinc. The kids one's got vitamin C, and the ready to drink has a whole smorgasbord of better for you vitamin C, D, B6, B12, and folic acid. So literally we've approached it something that basically would help treat me and my kids. And we've approached it that if you start your day hydrated, you'll feel so much better.
And one of the other attributes of SOS, which can be utilized in athletics, since I have a more sports perspective and background, is how quickly it works. You guys are known as the world's fastest hydration, which when you're sitting on those hot temperatures seem to keep rising and your kids are out there playing, it's real important to get hydrated quickly, not just get hydrated.
Yeah, absolutely correct. And we've had it tested against all the major sort of competitors at an independent lab. So rather than the SOS Sports Science Institute or something rubbish, we've given it out to people, and we've got a research page that backs it up. And yeah, it's proven to be the world's fastest hydration. And long story short, it basically starts working as soon as you start drinking it.
Wow. And how does that result? You were talking about just 2% hydration. Dehydration can cause a 25% depreciation of your energy load. How can that continue on? What are some of the percentages on the other direction if you're fully hydrated? What were some of the beneficial performance things?
Yeah, well, think of it. I mean, it can vastly improve your sort of performance. So yes, from a sporting perspective, but also mentally. So think of it. We usually get to about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the day. We're having a bit of a coffee downer, or certainly in the afternoon. I call it a food coma, where you're sort of like, just like, and a lot of that comes down to dehydration. So if you're properly pepped up and ready to go, you'll actually get hydrated, you'll feel a lot better, and you'll power through your day. It's not an energy drink, it's not a sugar drink. So what I mean by that is energy, like caffeine, gives you a massive buzz and you're running around as if you're on top of the world. And sugar gives you, and I've seen it in, well, those of kids who've seen it in their kids, when they have some sugar, it's like you just wind them up and you sort of, they're off. We're not that. We're like a sustained energy. So if we were a car, we'd be like the oil to the engine of your car. We basically make everything work, and electrolytes are vital. So some people say, well, I only need water. Correct. Water is our lifeblood. It's 60% of our body or more. But the electrolytes are the little sparkly bits that basically help the water work and get into the cells and help create cells that are happy. And yes, I'd love to make a taco flavored drink. I saw Keaton say that'd definitely be different.
Yeah, we're always looking for, especially in the beverage vertical, always looking for a distinctive niche in the marketing. And, you know, we have peanut butter whiskey and we can have taco SOS. It should be great. Now, are you guys doing anything special for the National Family Hydration Awareness Month?
Well, we actually launched our kids product, and part of the family, you know, being the family, the kids are a big part of the family. We were very beneficial to partner with Paw Patrol, and obviously they've got their movie out at the moment, and we're doing a lot of sharing with those guys. But the Paw Patrol pups relate to us guys from our sort of backgrounds. They rescue people in a fun way, and SOS rescues people from dehydration. So we're really just sort of driving out, and it's, you know, speaking to awesome people like your good self that, you know, have an understanding of what people need in the world, got a great mouthpiece, and, you know, I'm super honored to be there.
We're super honored to have you as well. Now, a lot of people are asking where they can find SOS. What type of distribution do you guys have today?
Yeah, good question. Every single CVS, you'll find the powder. So down on the strip, fall downstairs, turn left, and you'll find it there. In the big health hubs, you'll find the ready to drink. So in about 1,000 of the health hubs, you'll find the ready to drink. And in Walmart, you'll find the kids as of next week in every single Walmart. And then in about 2,000 of the stores, you'll find the adult powder. And then, of course, the easiest place is soshydration.com.
And how are you guys delivering it to kids? Is it in a ready mix or powder or pouch?
Starts in a powder. The powder is a tiny little stick, no bigger than a credit card, and which is what's great because, again, it's only got 3 grams of sugar. It's got kids-specific electrolytes and vitamins for them. So 10 calories and 12 fluid ounces, which is nothing. It enables the mums and dads to rip the stick off, pour it into their water bottle before they go to school, or even for the kids to have a little bit of fun ripping it and pouring it. I know my 2 girls love that sort of that task. And then we'll be looking at a ready to drink later on in the year.
Yeah, well, I'll be utilizing it for my son's football games. It got really hot yesterday, last weekend. So looking forward to utilize it for that instant recovery that's necessary and hydration that'll give him not just the strength and speed, but I love the focus. You know, I'm a vet person, and I know what interference is created when we're not with the correct nutrients and hydration. So thank you so much for helping our children and being a part of our National Family Hydration Awareness Month, working with Paw Patrol. It's a big honor to be in such a big movie. You know, these people that don't have kids, I don't think they realize how big these movies are. So that's going to be an awesome catapult for you. Thank you so much. I have soshydration.com. Anywhere else you want people to reach out to you, James?
Well, obviously on Instagram, SOS Hydration, you can find us there. And David, you're a gentleman, and thanks very much for sorting it out. And everyone stay hydrated and have a wonderful day.
We look forward to working more with you and having you on other shows. Thanks so much, James. Take care.
You're a gent. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
You got it. Thank you. Oh, man. I especially like the kids' angle there. We're at the game, and they're not staying hydrated correctly. They're trying, but they're not. So it's nice to know. And all those juice boxes full of sugar. So give it a try. SOS. It's time. Save our ship through hydration at SOS Hydration. They don't have the mint chocolate or the taco flavored yet, but maybe they'll work on it. Hey, Joey, how are you? All right, we're rocking and rolling here. It is Talk About Tuesdays, and we're talking about hydration, National Hydration Awareness Month, but we got a ton of questions coming in. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. What's the best way to maneuver my mindset strictly on my goals and keep distractions out of the way? Well, you're not going to be able to keep distractions out of the way. What you can do are two things. One, practice refocusing. So the mind can only focus on one thing. So if it tends to drift and focus on something else, practice refocusing back. A great way to do that is to keep open your emails or text messages while you're on IG Live or in a conversation, and go back and forth, because the speed of your thought will move faster than the speed of light. This is the utilization of multitasking. You're actually bending time by utilizing your thoughts, or practicing focusing and refocusing is one thing. And then as far as distraction goes, when there are distractions that you don't want to refocus on, then you just got to stop, drop, and roll. So ego-based conscious thoughts and activities and triggers can cause us to accelerate in the wrong trajectory, in the wrong direction. So you got to learn to stop when one of the distractions comes up, drop, breathe through your nose and out through your mouth, and then roll towards the objective that you had, that mindset, that focus that you want. What I call it is the what, the who, the how. Know what you're doing now and apply your why. That's how we maneuver through the ever-present distractions that exist. You're not going to get rid of distractions, but you learn to adapt and be flexible with them and be productive, accessible, and gracious with that. What can I buy that will be an asset rather than a liability besides stocks? Let's see what that says. Besides stocks. Well, there's a ton of stuff. It depends on your timing and risk tolerance. So, there's IULs, there's real estate, there's all types of different assets that you can buy, determinative upon your timing and risk tolerance. The first step is to use the 5 daily practices to get your timing and risk tolerance down, knowing your what, your who, your how, your now, and then applying it in alignment and synergy and supplementary to the timing and risk tolerance. Tons of different assets to invest in other than stocks. You just have to know your timing and risk tolerance. If you want those 5 daily practices, david@dmeltzer.com. I'll always send my book, ebook, audiobook. I'll sign a copy, send it to you, ship it to you, pay for shipping, pay for the book. Don't worry. It's all on me. It's free for you, all on me. Have you ever been interested in Roth IRA? Yes, I have invested in Roth IRAs. Once again, these are all things that are determined on your timing and risk tolerance and where you're at. Annuities, IULs, Roth IRAs, real estate, crypto, just depends on your timing and risk tolerance. Know it, know your what, your who, your how, and your why. Why for what's your best networking advice? My best networking advice is, number one, is to network every day, to ask in person, on the phone, via email and media, radio, print, TV, traditional media, and social media, but ask at least once a day, do you know anyone that can help me? Put yourself in a position to find people who have open minds and surround themselves with people who have open minds, because they have open hearts and open hands, and they will increase your statistical success and efficiencies, productivities, accessibilities, and gratitude, all by finding and seeking one simple question: do you know anyone that can help me in person, on the phone, via email and media, traditional and social media? This is how we network, by asking for help, utilizing the open-ended question template that we talked about early to find these open minds. What are you doing today? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Would you help if I did this? Do you know anyone that can help me? All templated out for you very simply. Reach out to me. I can teach you this in minutes. David@dmeltzer.com. Reach out to me. David@dmeltzer.com. I'll send you my ebook, audiobook. I will sign a copy, send it to you, and ship it to you as well. Not a problem. How to keep your head up every day and build that habit. Well, habits are built every day, so you got to know, one, the distinction between motivation and inspiration. Two, you have to lower the bar so you can do something every day. You need to use gratitude as a perspective to find the light, the love, and the lessons in the setbacks, failures, and mistakes that you're going to make, because the pain that you're going to experience, the struggles that you're going to experience, are not stop signs. They're just turn signals. If you learn the lesson from them, you'll be in a better place, a better position. How do we learn the lesson? By forgiving ourselves, by being accountable, by asking, what did we do to attract this to myself, and what lesson should I learn or could I learn? Then we can effectively communicate, be inspired, continue on, keeping our head up into more and better habits. All right, got a job interview coming up. Anything I can do to blow them away? One, do your due diligence, be more interested than interesting, find out all the details you can about the company, and ask questions. Ask questions about certain things that you've read about. Ask them what they like about it, don't like about it, how you can be of service or value, what you can do to contribute. Tell them what you can do to contribute. Use the capabilities you have, the skills, the knowledge, and the desire to align with what you learn. Do not go in blind. Do as much research about the people that you're going to be meeting with, the people that you may not be meeting with. Do as much research as you can. Be more interested than interesting, and you will have an extraordinary interview. The more prepared you are, the better the statistical success you will have in order to effectuate that new job offer. All right. Paul's coming up next. We'll see if he's here. We'll bring him in almost. All right, we'll take another question here. Very good. Are there any skills that everyone should be working on? Skills that everyone should be working on. Well, kindness is a skill for me, and everybody should be working on kindness as a skill. But I think more importantly than working on a skill, I think taking inventory of the skills, of your knowledge of what and who, and your desire, and seeing how it aligns with synergistic, supplementary to what? What's doing well today? What's not doing well today? What's stable today? How do we find that out? The stock market. You can easily look and see if something's doing well by what are the top 50 stocks that are performing. You can see what's stable, what stocks have not changed, what industry, career, jobs are existing within the context of the stability and growth of those two. And then finally, what you think will be doing well in the future. These are all areas of opportunity that you can get. So go ahead. We should be working on the skills that are most aligned with, synergistic or supplementary to what's doing well, what's stable, and what you think will be doing well in the future. Very good. All right, we'll keep it rolling. Paul is going to be up next. Paul Ratham, he is the owner of Mod Pools. Very And let me get one question. Be more interested than interesting. Jake. Is your wife a SOC? I don't know what that is. What's a SOC? I'm old. I don't know what a SOC is. Huh. People ask amazing things. Why is our reality only in our imagination? Your reality is your perspective. You give meaning to everything you see. The eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and touch that you have is not in equilibrium to everyone else. It sees it differently. So yes, your reality is your perspective. Your perspective is in your thoughts. Your thoughts move faster than activity in the speed of, oh, student of the calendar. Keaton, you're missing a bolt there that people would get that. No, my wife is not a student of the calendar. Once, just like my children, she doesn't listen to me. She watches me, and we'll see how well that goes over. How to overcome depression. Every time I reject it, I feel depressed. You got to stop, drop, and roll. You got to get to do things, don't got to do things. Know that your own quantum being has a certain happiness gene, and the level of happiness that you have cannot be changed overnight. It's progress, not perfection. So you want to lower the bar and be as happy as you can and rejoice in the progress that you make by trying to simply find the light, the love, and the lessons in everything and everyone around you. Changing your perspective of how can I get to do this instead of I have to do this. Instead of looking for what you don't want or what's missing or what other people want from you, start taking inventory of your values of what you want. See who you can help, which will make you feel instantly better, and who can help you, which will make you feel instantly better. And then let's figure out how it's going to happen with lenses of productivity, accessibility, and gratitude in order to figure out the prioritization of what action to take now. 100% of the things you do now get done. 100% of the things you do now done. The people who get things done are more profitable, passionate, and purposeful. That's how they apply their why. So utilize the what, the who, the how, and the now. Apply your why. If you would like that 5 daily practice guide, david@dmeltzer.com. As always, I will throw in my ebook, my audio book. I'll send you a copy, sign it, and ship it to you. I'll pay for everything. Do not worry. We are looking for my friend from Mod Pools, officially here. Oh, see, Mod Pools is officially here. I'm in. There we go. Everybody's on it. Perfect. Paul Rathnim, sorry, with an N, at Mod Pools _official. Hey, Paul, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you, David?
I'm amazing. And, it's interesting coming for California because there's not as many portable pools in California as there is around the country as I travel. But let's talk a little bit about the market of portable pools. Is it growing? How has it changed during COVID? And what do you do differently in that mod pool space?
Yeah, I think traditionally the portable pool industry was pretty bleak, to be honest. There wasn't a lot of options. So when we came into the market, we tried to do something more upscale, giving the benefits of a pool without all the infrastructure of a pool, making it all encompassing. And that kind of, to be honest, kind of created its own avenue where there was a hot tub and there was a swim spa, there were fiberglass, not a lot of options. So yeah, we've seen the demand really increase for modular pools.
Nice. And what makes the mod pools different or distinctively revolutionary, even with the backyard type of portability that it has?
Yeah, I mean, I think what makes it different is that it's a full-blown pool. You're not really compromising anything. I think what makes it unique is that it's all built in. So all your pool equipment, everything, we've managed to fit it under the seating area of the pool. So when you get it, really you're hooking up gas and electrical, creating a level playing field, a level ground, and that's really all there is to it. So it's very simplistic.
And can you move it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've had customers move and take their pool with them. It's portable, transportable. I think it's really kind of taking what's a traditional brick and mortar business, into a modular, state-of-the-art business where you can build it in a factory, mass produce it, and then ship it to people to receive it. And every pool is custom built, so there's still that personal touch to it.
And one of the other things besides the cost savings of buying the pool is the cost savings of all the time and danger that occur with building a pool and the lack of use of a backyard for sometimes up to a year.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. I mean, a lot of times, like I think pool builders right now, they're so behind, they're booking, 2-3 years ahead of time. And then the building process, like you said, is probably about a year of concrete work and excavation and all that. So we've tried to really make it simplistic. I think simple is the key word. And we tried to make the system, how the pool operates, really simple with an app, controllable, just simple functions.
And like me, you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth, but you were born with faith in your heart. How he helped you to build, a multi-million-dollar business?
Yeah, sorry, I lost the punchline of what you said.
Me, you weren't born. That's okay. Internet's a little inconsistent. I would say good thing our cars don't work like the internet or our phones.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was saying you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth like me, right? You were born with faith in your heart, though. How has your journey helped you build a multi-million-dollar, innovative business?
Yeah, I mean, I think, having faith, from a young age and believing in yourself and your ability to create and innovate. When you're brought up with very little means, I think you get scrappy, you get creative. Like I remember I was just talking to my brother yesterday. We were out fishing and he was saying, "Do you remember how Dad, when we were little, used to always get us to pass him the wrenches and stuff because he was always fixing his own cars? Like there was no mechanic there. You fixed your own stuff, you did your own things. And growing up, I mean, I bought my first car for $600 and it needed, $3,000 of work. And that was just the way it was. So I think that kind of, I think if you skipped the bird breaking out of the shell, you miss the endurance, the level of commitment it takes to succeed. Because it's tough out there. It's hard to make a buck. It's hard to make it. And if you haven't broken out of the shell yourself and worked hard to get there, silver spoons come at a price.
Yeah, they certainly do. You can't teach what it was like to be poor. I'll tell you that. I do that when I speak a lot. I'll ask people who here grew up poor. Half the audience always raises their hand. And then I say, oh, I feel sorry for the rest of you.
That's true.
Because you can't teach that. Tell me some of the features that you can get on a portable pool. Are there diving boards and slides? What can you do with a portable pool?
Yeah, like we've tried to make ours a lifestyle pool, and I think we're kind of coin phrasing that ourselves. And a lifestyle pool, in our perspective, is a pool that the whole family uses from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. The parents get to use it at the end of the day. At the hot tub, it converts to that. During the day, it's a fun place to hang out with your kids. It's lifestyle depth, so it's about 4 foot 8 inches is our traditional depth, and that's deep enough that adults can hang out, not have to tread water. The kids can swim around. Adults can still swim too, but it just kind of makes it more of that user friendly. Because when we looked at pools, those old 70s pools, they had the big deep end and they had about 10 feet of usable pool and the rest was deep end. And everyone hangs out in the shallow end. So we tried to make the whole pool basically a fun shallow end.
And can you put a net over it and play a little bit of pool volleyball or things like that with the 4 foot 8 pool?
Yeah, you probably could. I mean, we have, electric covers and those sort of things. We have all the features of a regular pool. In fact, we have infinity edges, jets, water features. We have resistant swimming systems, so you can do full fitness workouts and teach your kids how to swim with instructors. So we've tried to cover everything. We just tried to make it user friendly.
And what's the price range?
Yeah. About just under 30,000. We're building pools for swim schools that are, plus 100, 120, 130 range. And we build them anywhere from,
and how big is that
a 10-foot pool. I'm sorry?
How big does that get to the more expensive pools? How big are those?
Yeah, so we build a pool that's up to 50 feet long, 12 feet wide.
50 feet. A pretty big pool.
Yeah, it's pretty sizable. So for our swim school clients, the ones that are teaching day in, day out, they tend to go with that 12 by 40 foot pool. They'll put a resistance swimming system in there. And we're seeing that as a whole market just opening up. Because if you think of a swim school, traditionally they'd have to be in a regular pool. They'd have to rent that space either from a hotel or a leisure center. And those spaces right now are really hard to get, especially with COVID. So schools, basically, you could rent a warehouse, put our pools in there and open a business. And that's a whole nother avenue.
Yeah, I made a mistake and traded training. We brought all our neighbors in and let them use our pool for the school in our neighborhood for swim lessons. But we had to keep the pool heated. It would have been cheaper if I just paid for the swim lessons than heating the pool.
Right. Yeah, that's another big point is how expensive pools are to heat. And when you have less water, like our average pool is about 5,000 gallons. And we use a large heater. We use a 400,000 BTU heater. So you get there real quick, but that it does save a lot in cost because of the smaller amount of water.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you ship to Canada and the US?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we ship to Hawaii, almost every state we've shipped a pool to, most every province in Canada, I think all of them. So yeah, so basically, you know, Canada and United States, and we put them on trucks and we make it pretty efficient.
That's awesome. And if I ordered a pool today, how long would it be till it was at my backyard?
Yeah, right now, I think we're catching up a bit. We're at about 14 to 16 weeks of production queue. And I think we've got about 120 pools on order, and that's pretty normal.
That is awesome. And people can find you, they can find you right online, modpools.com. Anywhere else you want them to reach you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, modpools.com. We're the top of the page there.
That is awesome. What a great idea. What a great business. What a great entrepreneur. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us some insight on a better opportunity and a better option, especially here in America, to having that pool very quickly in our backyard. So thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, anytime, man. Take care. Thank you.
Okay, bye now.
Awesome. Paul Rathnam, and it's modpools.com. It's amazing how technology has affected every area of business. Like, you just don't think about it. But, you know, I can't tell you, my neighbors that are getting pools done, how long it takes, and what that looks like. We'll take another question real quickie. It's Talk About Tuesday. We're talking about all kinds of things today. Hydration and pools. We got a water theme going on Talk About Tuesday, modpools.com. And, of course, SOS Hydration with the Paw Patrol. How do you deal with downtime and not being hard on yourself when you may not be 100% productive? Well, first of all, there's activity that you plan, don't have planned activity. You get paid for activity, you don't get paid for. I just see activities. And sleep is an activity, and sleep is productive. So if recovery is an activity, then sometimes doing nothing would be 100% productive because, you know, it's time to sharpen the knife, as they say. You don't always have to cut. And so don't be hard on yourself. What we want to do is to enjoy the consistent everyday, persistent without quit pursuit of your potential. We want to enjoy that. We do not want to create resistance by looking at what we don't want, what we're missing, or what other people want for us. So go ahead and enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. Everyone reach out to me. It's Talk About Tuesday. We are doing a meetup here in Las Vegas at the Wynn, 2 p.m. Pacific time, right in front of our studio, Bluewire studio, right next to the drugstore here at the Wynn, right off the lobby. My new studio, we got Michael Phelps coming in. We have Andrew Bernstein. We got all kinds of great guests coming in, and we are launching the Bluewire studio for the playbook. If you haven't downloaded the playbook, please do. 2 p.m. Pacific time, meet up here at the Wynn. Come and join me at the Bluewire studios. We will be giving away books, signing them, answering questions, doing the best that we can. If you can't make it, email me. I'll be happy to sign a book, send a book, sign it, send it, ship it, pay for it all. Don't worry. Yes, today I will be there. I'll be back, but today I'll be there. Darn, you'll be here Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry, T. Sorry, man. I'll miss you by a day. David at dmeltzer.com. David at dmeltzer.com. 949-298-2905. I can't wait to see everybody here. Can't wait to see the videos. Can't wait to meet everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Remember, most importantly, everybody, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Talk About Tuesday. We'll see you at 2 p.m. today at the Wynn in front of Blue Wire's studio.